Good morning. Happy Thursday. I'm the Moon Mama. How y'all doing today? Thursday is a day governed by Jupiter. And Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, next to the sun, of course. Sun is not a planet, though, but Jupiter is the largest planet. And Jupiter is the planet that is full of brings forth blessings and luck and expansion. Jupiter is also the planet that is the energy of the visionary, because when you think about luck and blessings and expansion, there's a forward movement energy to that. Like if you're going to, luck is this energy of like what's possible, meeting the actual experience of it, like the possibility of something actually materializing. And then that sort of moves you forward. It moves you out of one way of being and into another. So Jupiter is this visionary energy, and it's important for us as human beings to have vision, to have a vision for our lives, to have a sense of where we're going, and to have our minds already envisioning where we're going to be. I know when I was a little girl, I loved the Bible. I was a Bible thumper, which is why I'm the way I am now. It's just not biblical for me. It's more astrology. And to me, astrology and the Bible are really the same thing. I know people would think that's blasphemous, but that's my reality. And and there's this story, in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. There's and the angel came and took these two women, I think it was two women or family, out of Sodom as it was burning, and said to them, go forward with what it is you're doing. Do not look back, because if you look back, you're going to turn into a pillar of salt. And one of the women looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. And what that meant was that she was paralyzed in that consciousness. She solidified herself in the old way of being, because she didn't have a vision. And that's why it's so important for us to have vision. Where are we going? Because we have to be in our consciousness moving ourselves towards something. And if we are not, we will perish, because we will be stuck in old patterns, old ways of being, old cycles. And it's very important to have vision, especially with Jupiter and Capricorn as our structures are coming down. And when I say our structures are coming down, the ways that we governed ourselves in the past, our school system is changing, our government is changing, our medical system is changing. All of that is changing. And so it's important for us to have a vision of how we're going to now care for ourselves, how we're going to educate our children, how we're going to, make sure that we're healthy, and how we're going to stay connected to our family and friends. We need to have a vision for that. We need to have a plan of action. We need to have ways that we are looking forward, so that we can make sure that our communities stay connected, stay grounded, stay fortified. And the best way to do that is to keep your mind focused on something that is constant, and the sun and the moon are constant. And so otherwise you'll be looking at what's going on, or looking back like that woman in that story of Sodom and Gomorrah. And she was, there's a real word when something is, she was made solid. I cannot think of the word. I can't stand that. Anyway, so Jupiter is about vision. Jupiter is about luck, blessings, and moving forward. Jupiter is also about our connection to the higher mind of God. It's like, asking God, what's for me? How should I move? What action should I take? What people should I surround myself with, by really being connected in a real relationship with the divine. The moon today is in Gemini, and the moon in Gemini is a curious energy. And so there's a curiosity about what's possible. There's a curiosity about, where you're going, what you're doing, because we see that what's collapsing behind us or beneath our feet even is over. And so there's an opportunity to tap into the next perspective and the curiosity, the like an enthusiasm, like a lighthearted curiosity. The thing about Gemini is like a childlike energy. It's, one of the things that I really loved when I was parenting my child and he was 2 and 3 years old, that I could just pick him up in my arms and say, "Let's go," and he would just go. And he didn't ask where or why or who. He just was like, "Yes, let's go." And that's the kind of Gemini heart energy that I'm talking about. A curiosity of trusting and knowing that you're safe, of trusting and knowing that the universe has got you, and being willing to just go the way a child would when they are young and with their parents, and they haven't discovered fear yet. They haven't discovered that the world could possibly be out to get them. And so that's the energy of Gemini, that Gemini moon, curious and what's possible, and where are we going, and who are we going to see when we get there, and what are the new things we're going to learn. That's the Gemini energy. And so right now and the sun is in Cancer. So right now the energy is, most of us are really sensitive. That's what I want to say. Most of us are really sensitive and looking to secure ourselves. Like, there's a vulnerability that's present in the energy now that can be uncomfortable, right? I know here in Los Angeles, they're creating this lockdown experience again because of the spike in the coronavirus and all of that sort of stuff. And so I really want to encourage everyone to do things on a daily basis to support yourself. One of the things you should do is ground yourself in the earth every day. Spend time on the bare earth with your on the earth with your bare feet. Spend time with trees. I have a tree that I go and talk to every day. I know that people think I'm crazy. It's so funny. I talk to this tree. This tree is so beautiful. It's this eucalyptus tree. And hold on one second. And I get these beautiful branches. Look at this. And the fragrance of this is so incredible on this eucalyptus. And I just go and I spend time with the tree. And then there's a man there who has a little dog. And he sees me talking to the tree. And then he came to me a couple of days ago, and he's like, "Excuse me, ma'am, why are you talking to this tree?" And I was like, "Well, because this tree loves me, and I'll take crystals to the tree and just do all sorts of lovely things because this tree is incredible." And then he said, "You're not the only one." He said, "Mexican people come here and talk to this tree and get the leaves." And he said, "And so now I'm going to start talking to the tree." He said, "So what do you do when you talk to the tree?" I said, "I just put my hands on the tree and say thank you, and I take my shoes off, and I let the energy run through my feet, through the ground to the tree." And he was like, "Okay." And now he said he's going to do it. So that's just how this works out. So I encourage you to spend time every day grounding yourself, with a tree or with grass or something. And then also with your water, right? Like, really just recognize that water is alive. It's the oldest entity here on this planet, and the water is alive. So the water you drink is the water that your ancestors drank. The water you drink is the water that Jesus drank, and Buddha, and because water, just so it's a weird thing, but all the water is the same on the planet. We drink it, we pee it out, they filter it, it goes into the reverse osmosis, whatever, and it comes back down, and it's the same water, same molecules, everything is there. So ask the water to help you, really awaken yourself into the possibilities of your consciousness and how connected you are to the environment through nature. And you'll be led and directed. And when you go to nature, release your fear. If you're carrying fear, and just talk to your body and say, "Okay, body, let's release the fear." And then envision the fear going out of your body and into the earth. And then the earth will transmute it. So Give yourself permission to release your fear, and you will experience grace. Okay, everyone. Today's the last day to join the Moon class. If anyone's interested, about 10 of you have joined. And that's it. I don't really have any classes right now. But if you want to do readings or new moon readings, you can go to my profile link and book a new moon reading so you can understand how to use this new moon for your, moving forward. We're going to get a second new moon in Cancer. And so it's a real incredible opportunity for a do-over, because we had a new moon last month in Cancer and Mercury was retrograde. And so we were really looking at our childhood patterns and the patterns that we've learned from this country, just being here, being indoctrinated into the system that we're in here, conditioned. And now, because Mercury is going direct, we get to create new patterns. And this month, this cycle started in Aries. So it means that we need to sort of face some fears, things that scare us. Aries always implies that we're working with things that require courage. And so if you'd like to do a new moon reading to see what energies you're working with, what energies that are going to help you get yourself where you really want to be so that you're aligned, you can hit me up in my profile link, Linktree, to book a new moon, full moon reading. Okay, peace and blessings, everyone. I love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.